Of course it does. What do you think you're doing coming in here asking me that question? I'm joking. Your Name is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year, and I thought we could reflect on the film, and I guess I already answered the question of if it holds up or not. I just now went back and rewatched the film today, and that was really the big question on my mind was, does this film hold up? Because back in 2016 when this film first released, to say this film was making waves is an absolute understatement. The creator himself has gone on record asking people to stop viewing the film back in the day because it was so massively successful. And it truly felt like that. Even back in 2016, even if you weren't in the realm of it being an anime fan or you didn't really know that much about anime, you probably heard about this film because this film was just an absolute phenomenon. You could not get away from this film. I thought this film had reached the far depths of every corner of the world. Like, this film was an absolute phenomenon. At least for the time, I remember seeing this film just smash all kinds of records. I'm sure by today some of those records have been outdone, but nevertheless, back in the day, this was an absolute spectacle that you just had to be there for, I think. For the creator himself to come out and ask people to stop viewing the film, could you imagine? I literally do not know what to make of that. How I personally would handle that, there's no telling. So the big question on our mind today, does the film hold up? I already answered that at the beginning. The film does hold up. It's absolutely gorgeous. Music-wise, it sounds excellent. There's a lot of good hits in here. Some of the songs, I think the main theme, it may be the main theme, but I remember, again, hearing that outside of the film, just around. Like, this film had gotten so big, especially on the internet, that even the soundtrack was being played on loop in some realms. The music here really captures that feel, that emotional aspect that this film was really shooting for. I think the music did a great job to kind of amplify that, sort of bring you into this world and kind of make you care more. I think the music played a big part in that. The writing here as well. Writing is absolutely phenomenal, of course. It looks beautiful. I can completely understand where all the praise and the awards and everything that was surrounding this film, I can completely understand where all that is coming from because, like I said, rewatching it today, I am absolutely blown away. I watched the film back in the day, so I do have that nostalgia aspect to it. But even so, I feel like if I could try to remove the nostalgia from that viewing experience, this film is still phenomenal. That nostalgia, of course, just adds to it. Because I remember viewing this film for the first time and being rather emotional with it. And in a weird way, viewing it now, and the way that this film kind of deals with time and time being a big aspect of the film, in some kind of transcendent way, it almost feels like it brought me back to 2016 and to some manner just kind of made me emotional all over again. It was like, I remember being back in 2016 watching this film for the first time and just being overwhelmed with emotion from it. And it's really quite trippy. I don't know if I'm alone in that, but if you have nostalgia for it, if you watched it back in 2016, rewatched it now, and like I said, the film deals with time overall, and to be kind of involved in that in real life is really something. It's kind of trippy because like it harkens back to a younger version of myself. In a way, it is kind of hard to explain. I think this film will always hold a special place in my heart. If I had a top 10 anime film list, this one, of course, is definitely going to be in that list. I think this film is an extraordinary watch. Holds up marvelously. The music, the art, the story. I mean, we're firing on all fronts here. There's a few sequences in here where the camera, and I know it's been done since then, but the camera follows like into the scene and around it. I don't even want to fathom how long that took or how big of a team they had working on this around the clock, because knowing the surface level knowledge that I have with animation and how long that takes, it would have taken me over a year just to do a simple 5-second sequence like that. That is absolutely insane to me. And it absolutely just blows my mind. I'm going to wrap this video up for now. Of course, I would say if you have not seen Your Name and you are an anime fan, heck, even if you aren't an anime fan, definitely recommend this one. I think it deserves all the praise that it got. As always, thank you for sticking with me.